English time. New week, new lesson. Are you ready? Let us now discuss our third topic entitled Passive and Active Voices. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to differentiate active and passive voice, transform statements from active voice to passive voice and vice versa, and use active and passive voices in varied contexts. But before we go to our main topic, let us have a review on the following terms to make this topic easier to understand. Let us have the versus battle, the battles between subject and predicate, irregular and regular verbs, transitive and intransitive verbs, and the last round, active and passive voice. The first battle begins. Subject versus predicate. Subject and predicate are parts of a sentence, which is a group of words that expresses a complete thought. For example, Christine buys a milk tea. How are we going to know which is the subject and which is the predicate? A subject is the person, place, thing, or idea that the sentence is about. In our example, Christine is our subject. What about the predicate? The predicate must contain a verb explaining what the subject does and can also include a modifier. So our predicate in the sentence is buys a milk tea. Christine is our subject and buys a milk tea is our predicate. Predicate contains an action word or what we call as verb. The verb in our sentence is buys, and that marks our second battle between an irregular and regular verbs. Irregular verbs form their past tense and past participle in different ways, while regular verbs form their past tense and past participle just by adding "d" or "ed". Let us have an example. Try to analyze the table. We have present, past, and past participle forms of the verb. In present tense, we have where for the singular subject and wheres for the plural subject. What about its past tense? Do we have the term whered? No, the past tense for where is wore, and its past participle is worn. It is an example of an irregular verb because we formed its past tense and past participle in different way. We have lots of irregular verbs and these are some examples. For you to know if it is an irregular verb, you must read more to be able to memorize all these. The first column is the base form or the present form that we use in sentences in present tense. The second column is for past tense, and the third column is for the past participle that we use in perfect tenses and also in passive voice. So knowing these words is a must. Now let us have an example of a regular verb. We have the word accept or accepts. How are we going to form its past tense and past participle? We are just going to form it by adding ed. So we are going to have accepted in past tense and also in past participle. Let's try if you understand the difference between regular and irregular verbs through this activity. Tell whether the verb is regular or irregular and state its present, past, and past participle form. You may pause the video so you can have more time in answering this activity. And these are the answers. Third versus battle. The battle between transitive and intransitive verbs. Regular or irregular verbs can act as a transitive or intransitive verb. A transitive verb is always followed by an object, while intransitive verb does not need an object. Let us have an example for a transitive verb. Jason ate the pizza. Who is our subject? Our subject is Jason. What did Jason do? Jason ate. Ate, which is an irregular verb. This verb can be transitive or intransitive. Like I said earlier, if it is transitive, it is followed by an object. The object answers the question who or what. Now, Jason ate what? Jason ate the pizza. Therefore, the pizza is our object and our verb ate is used as a transitive verb. An intransitive verb does not need an object. For example, Mika danced gracefully. Who did the action? It's Mika, our subject. Now, what is our action verb? It's danced. Danced is a regular verb that is used as an intransitive verb because it is not followed by an object. Do we have an answer for the question, Mika danced what? Let us have another activity. Tell whether the underlined verb or action verb is transitive or intransitive. Pause the video and answer. Here are the answers. Now that we already know the difference between the subject and predicate, regular and irregular verbs, transitive and intransitive verbs, we are ready to discuss our main topic, which is passive and active voices. Click the link on the description box below for part 2.